and welcome back to the podcast. This is your host, Laiba, and I hope you are doing great today. Today, we are going to talk about something very important for English learners. The topic is Think in English. Now stop translating. Let me ask you a simple question. When you try to speak English, do you first think in your own language and then translate into English? If your answer is yes, don't worry. You are not alone. Many English learners do the same thing, but here is the problem. When you translate in your mind, your speaking becomes slow and sometimes confusing. You may know the words, but still, you cannot speak fluently. So, what is the solution? The solution is to start thinking in English. In today's episode, I will help you understand what it means to think in English, why you should stop translating, and how you can train your mind to think directly in English. Don't worry. I will use very simple words and easy examples so you can understand everything. So stay with me till the end, because this episode can really change the way you learn and speak English. Let's get started. Now let's understand a very simple question. What does thinking in English really mean? Thinking in English means you use English directly in your mind without using your native language. Let me explain this in an easy way. When many learners want to speak English, they do this. First, they think in their own language. Then, they translate that idea into English. And then they speak. This process takes time, and sometimes it creates mistakes. But when you think in English, the process is different. You don't translate. You don't go back to your native language. You just think and speak in English directly. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine you are feeling thirsty. If you translate, your mind works like this. I am thirsty. First in your language, then into English. But if you think in English, your mind directly says, I am thirsty. It is fast, it is simple, and it feels more natural. At the beginning, it may feel difficult because your brain is used to your native language, but with practice, your brain can learn this new habit. And once you start thinking in English, your speaking will become faster, easier, and more natural. How do you know if you are translating too much? Let me share some common signs. If you notice these in yourself, it means you are translating in your mind. First sign is long pauses. When you speak English, do you stop again and again? Do you take too much time to make one sentence? This happens because your brain is busy translating. Second sign is thinking in your native language first. Before speaking, do you create the full sentence in your own language and then try to change it into English? If yes, this is a clear sign of translating. Third sign is getting stuck while speaking. Sometimes you know what you want to say, but you cannot find the right English words. So you stop, feel confused, and don't know what to say next. This happens because you depend too much on translation. Another sign is trying to make perfect sentences. You think too much about grammar and correct words. Because of this, you don't speak freely. You are not communicating. You are only translating. If you feel these problems, don't worry. This is very normal for English learners. The good news is, once you understand these signs, you can start changing your habit. And slowly, you can train your mind to think in English. Why should you stop translating? Many English learners think translating is helpful, but in reality, it creates many problems. Let's understand this step by step. First problem is slow speaking. When you translate, your brain needs extra time. You think in your language, then change it into English, then speak. Because of this, you speak very slowly. Sometimes you stop in the middle of a sentence. Second problem is confusion. Every language is different. So when you translate word by word, your sentence may sound strange or incorrect. For example, a sentence in your language may not work the same way in English. Third problem is lack of confidence. When you are always translating, you are never sure about your sentence. You feel nervous and you may be afraid to speak. Now let's look at the good side. When you stop translating and start thinking in English, many things become better. First, you speak faster because you're not doing extra work in your mind. Second, your English becomes more natural. You start using simple and correct sentences. Third, you feel more confident. You don't stop again and again. You just speak. And the most important thing is, you start enjoying English. So, if you really want to improve your speaking, you must stop translating step by step and train your mind of today's episode. How can you start thinking in English? Don't worry. You don't need perfect English to do this. You just need small, simple steps. Let's go step by step. First tip is use simple English in your mind. Many learners try to use big and difficult words. This makes thinking harder. Start with very simple sentences like, I am tired. I am hungry. I like this. Simple English is powerful. It helps your brain learn faster. Second tip is talk to yourself in English. Yes, this may sound funny, but it really works. When you are alone, start speaking in your mind. You can say things like, I am going to the kitchen. Now I am opening the door. You are practicing without fear. No one is judging you. Third tip is name things around you. Look around you right now. Try to say the names of things in English. For example, table, chair, phone, book. Then make small sentences. This is my phone. The chair is brown. This builds your thinking habit step by step. Fourth tip is think in short sentences. Don't try to think long and complex sentences. Keep it short and easy. For example, instead of saying a long idea, just say, I am happy today. Or, weather is nice. Short thoughts are easier for your brain. Fifth tip is, don't worry about grammar mistakes. This is very important. When you think in English, your goal is not perfect grammar. Your goal is to think naturally. Mistakes are okay. They are part of learning. If you wait for perfect grammar, you will never start thinking in English. So remember these simple steps. Use simple words. Talk to yourself. Name things. Think in short sentences. And don't be afraid of mistakes. If you practice daily, your brain will slowly change. And one day, you will start thinking in English automatically. Now, you may be thinking, how can I practice this every day? Don't worry. I will share some very easy daily techniques. You can start them today. First is describe your day in English. In the morning, think like this. I woke up. I am brushing my teeth. I am eating breakfast. At night, you can think, today was a busy day. I worked a lot. I feel tired. This simple habit helps your brain stay in English. Second is think while walking. When you are walking outside, look at things and think in English. For example, I see a car. That building is big. The weather is nice. This is a very easy and natural practice. Third is practice with objects. Take any object near you. For example, a phone. Now think, this is my phone. It is black. I use it every day. You can do this with anything around you. Fourth is use English in small situations. You don't need big conversations. Start small. For example, when you're thinking about food, say, I want tea. I will eat rice. These small thoughts build a strong habit. The key is daily practice. Even 5 to 10 minutes every day is enough. But you must be consistent. Slowly, your mind will stop using your native language and start using English naturally. Now let's talk about some common mistakes that many English learners make. If you avoid these mistakes, you can improve much faster. The first mistake is trying to be perfect. Many learners wait for perfect grammar and perfect sentences. Because of this, they don't speak at all. They keep thinking and never start. Remember, you don't need perfect English to communicate. Simple English is enough. The second mistake is using difficult words. Some learners think big words mean better English. But this is not true. If you use difficult words, you will think more and speak less. Always choose simple and clear words. The third mistake is being afraid of mistakes. This is very common. Learners feel shy or nervous. They think, what if I say something wrong? But mistakes are part of learning. Even native speakers make mistakes. So, don't be afraid. Just speak and learn. The last mistake is giving up too early. Thinking in English is a skill. It takes time and practice. Some learners try for a few days and then stop. This is the biggest mistake. Be patient. Practice every day, even a little. If you avoid these mistakes, your learning will become simple practice. You can do this with me right now. Don't worry, this is very easy and fun. First, look around you. Find 3 to 5 things near you. For example, a phone, a chair, a table, a book. Now in your mind, say their names in English. Phone, chair, table, book. Next, make simple sentences. Say, this is my phone. The chair is comfortable. The table is brown. Keep your sentences short and simple. Now, let's take it one step more. Think about what you are doing right now. Say in your mind, I am listening to this podcast. I am learning English. I am practicing thinking in English. That's it. This is how easy it is to practice. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a partner. You just need your mind and a little focus. Try to do this exercise every day, even for 1 or 2 minutes. And slowly, you will start thinking in English naturally. So, let's quickly remember what we learned today. Thinking in English means using English directly in your mind without translating. Translating slows you down, creates confusion, and lowers confidence. The good news is, you can train your mind to think in English. Use simple words, talk to yourself, name things around you, and don't worry about mistakes. Practice a little every day and be patient. Remember, the key is consistency, not perfection. Even small daily steps will make a big difference. So, start today. Think in English, speak in English, and enjoy learning. Thank you for listening. This is Laiba, and I will see you in the next episode.